From my earliest memories, I believed that anything broken deserved to be repaired, no matter how deep the cracks ran. That belief shaped the way I saw marriage, as a vow meant to endure storms, not just bask in sunshine. I was far from flawless, but for 14 years, I gave all I had to my wife, Sophia. Together, we built a life, and I dreamed of growing old with her, sharing quiet moments on a porch warmed by the afternoon sun. Even when difficulties arose, I trusted that our love and commitment would carry us through. But that hope shattered on an ordinary Wednesday, a day that began like any other, giving no warning of the devastation it held. The unraveling had started subtly. Sophia's routines shifted in ways too small to notice at first, like faint ripples disturbing a calm surface. She stayed later at work, her explanations plausible, yet oddly vague. Her phone, once left unattended on the counter, never left her side. Now it buzzed with silent notifications, flashes of light that seemed to mock me. She would smile at messages I never saw, brushing aside my questions with a dismissive gesture. The affection between us thinned, replaced by a coolness that felt foreign. I told myself it was just exhaustion, the weight of life pressing on her shoulders. Whenever I gently asked if something was wrong, she would offer a weary smile. "Just tired." "Love," she'd whisper, and I clung to her words like a man clutching driftwood. Then came the night that broke me. Sophia said she had a migraine and went upstairs early. I stayed in the den, half watching a basketball game, shadows flickering across the room. Later, I wandered into the office to check on some emails. Her tablet was still lit on the desk. A quiet chime cut through the stillness. A notification appeared. A message from someone named Julian. The preview alone felt like a blade sliding between my ribs. "Last night was unforgettable. I can still taste you." My stomach dropped. The air seemed too thin. My hand hovered over the screen, shaking. When I finally opened the message, the truth bled out in front of me, merciless and undeniable. There were months of messages, intimate confessions, pictures, videos, even receipts for trips they'd taken together. They had created an entire world together, one where I was nothing but an outsider. Sophia had entrusted him with her fears, her desires, her laughter, pieces of herself I'd never been allowed to hold. This wasn't a single mistake. It was a deliberate betrayal that erased the woman I thought I knew. I closed the tablet and sat back, numb. I didn't storm upstairs. I didn't shout or demand answers. I just collapsed into a chair and stared into nothing until the night surrendered to daylight. My eyes burned, but tears refused to come. When morning arrived, I moved through our routine as if I were watching myself from a distance. I made breakfast, poached eggs, buttered toast, strong coffee, the way she liked it. Sophia came into the kitchen, smiled at me, kissed my forehead, and I smiled back, my face a mask hiding the ruin inside. Inside, something essential had already withered. At work, I moved through tasks on autopilot, my mind replaying Julian's confession, imagining Sophia's hands on another man, her voice whispering to someone who wasn't me. For 4 days, I said nothing. Maybe I was clinging to the faint hope that I had misunderstood. Or maybe I was simply gathering the strength to face what I already knew. Silence became my shield, a fragile barrier between me and the truth, gnawing at my insides. By Sunday, the weight of it crushed me. Sophia cheerfully announced she was running errands, completely unaware of the storm brewing inside me. I waited until I heard the door close, then gave it 20 more minutes just to be sure she wouldn't return too soon. In our bedroom, I pulled a large duffel bag from the closet and began to pack. I took only what was mine, shirts carefully folded, jeans stacked, socks paired. I slipped my wallet, tablet, and razor into the bag, then removed my wedding ring and placed it on her nightstand. It caught the light, a quiet accusation that said everything I couldn't. As I zipped the bag, a floorboard creaked. I didn't turn. I kept adjusting a jacket, my movements deliberate. "What are you doing?" Sophia's voice was sharp, tinged with fear. I faced her, calm but cold. "I know," I said. Her expression crumpled, her mouth opening without sound. "I saw the messages," I added. "I know everything." She sank onto the bed, eyes darting, desperate. "Please wait." Let me explain. It didn't mean anything. I was lost, lonely. You've been so distant. I lifted her hand, stopping her words. Enough. No more lies. Tears, streaks, but I felt nothing. You can't leave, she pleaded. You're my husband. The word rang hollow. You forgot that when you chose him, I said. Her voice cracked, rising in panic. We can fix this. I'll end it. I'll do anything. But the woman standing in front of me was no longer the one I loved. That version of Sophia had disappeared the moment she gave someone else what was ours. I slung the bag over my shoulder and headed toward the door. Don't you dare walk out on me like I'm nothing, she screamed, her voice breaking. I paused, then said evenly, You made me nothing first. And I left. I didn't go to friends. I didn't check into a hotel. I got in my truck and drove. The road stretched endlessly ahead, the horizon behind me glowing red in the mirror. I didn't know where I was going, only that I was free. 14 years of weight slipped from my shoulders, replaced by a strange, steady calm. Wherever this road took me, I would find the pieces of myself she had broken and rebuild.